So what just happened today? I've got G here with me.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what's happened today. It's one of those days or one of those little periods where things just go by so quickly. Obviously, we're in the UK, so we were sleeping when all of this happened. When
Yeah.
this whatever 2 hours of mayhem happened, and then when you got up and you checked your phone in the morning, you're like, what? What happened? Have I slept for 2 days? This game is already over. This test match is over.
Literally, I just woke up like in the middle of the night and I saw the score, and I thought I was still dreaming.
Man, the amount of memes that I've already seen in a matter of a couple of hours since this test match is finished, crazy. Like my favorite one is
Yeah.
the meme where Rohit Sharma, I don't know what he's doing. I think he was just getting up from the ground wearing his test match whites, and then the caption is Rohit Sharma's condition after getting up and seeing the scoreboard. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of trolling. I think there was Shoaib Akhtar also. He posted he woke up, thought it was 369. Thought he was dreaming. Then checked again. There was 300. It was 36 for 9. Thought he was dreaming again and went back to sleep.
Yeah, true. And then there's been lots of lots of memes around the individual scores of the Indian batsmen.
Yeah, the phone
Are
number.
they mobile numbers? Is that a 10-digit OTP? No. That's that's India's scorecard.
I think one of the best ones again. This is Ravi Shastri's comments. I think last year or a couple of years ago when he said Shaw is a mixture of Sehwag, Tendulkar, and Lara.
Yeah.
So Mitchell Starc is like the legend who got Sehwag, Tendulkar, and Lara in one ball now.
This is similar to the like Virat Kohli had said in the semi-final against New Zealand in the 2019 World Cup.
Yeah.
That it was an hour, just an hour of bad play that cost, that cost India the semi-finals, and that have cost India this Test match as well.
Yeah, I would disagree with that. I know he wants to like come across as very optimistic, and he kind of did that also in his press conference. I'm sure you have very, very strong opinions on that, but I think he needs to be a bit more honest. I mean, whenever India have a bad day, like he always just shrugs it off as if it's a one-off. But I mean, in Test matches, like 36 all out is you can say is a one-off, but 3 consecutive defeats. I think within 2.5 days now. I think in New Zealand also they lost the first 2 Test matches in less than 3 days, and now again today against Australia.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to be a bit more firm. Maybe he's in the dressing room, but in public he's very protective of his players, which I don't know.
It doesn't come across as being genuine.
Yeah.
As a captain, when you're doing press conferences, if people can feel that there's some genuine feeling behind what you're saying, I think people are more understanding. Yeah. But this is the problem with Kohli, and I've mentioned it before as well. I think in one of our IPL videos where he comes out and says, "Oh, we didn't show intent in the middle order." Well, you were batting in the middle order. You spent a majority of the time batting out there, and you didn't show intent. You can't blame it on the team. You have got to take responsibility.
Well, in his specific situation, I think he showed too much intent, chasing one outside off stump.
Yeah.
When the team is under pressure, but
okay, fine. 36 all out.
Yeah.
That does seem like an aberration. It seems like a one-off.
Yeah.
But then for him to come out and say, "Oh, we've got to show more intent," I don't think that's the right message to send.
Exactly.
It should be the other way around. It should be right. They were bowling well, right? And we need to stick around. We need to stick in like they did in the first innings.
Exactly.
That should be the message, not that, "Oh, we should have shown more intent."
Yeah.
Let's just say that teams have bounced back from situation.
Yeah.
Australia 60 all out in the Ashes. South Africa, no, Australia again in 2011, 47 all out.
Yeah.
So clearly, they've had it inflicted on them for a while. Yeah. So maybe this is the first time in the last 10 years that they've inflicted something like that. Hopefully India can bounce back, but But should we go on and rate the performances?
Let's move on to our play ratings. I think it'll be pretty quick because it was a pretty quick test match.
Let's start with India, and then we'll be really quick. 30 seconds on the clock, to do an overall review for India. Cool. Let's start with Prithvi Shaw. 0.
absolutely. I mean, out the same way in both innings. Even if he's scored at least some runs, I think got a 0 and a 1, right? So yeah. 0 for him.
No, I just think that he needs to go back to domestic cricket and fix his technique and score more runs. He's only 20 years old, so he's got a long way to go. So lots of time. He has a lot of talent. Just has to go back, fix his technique, get some confidence back, and then come back and play.
Yeah, agreed. Mayank Agarwal, India's top scorer in the second innings.
I'm going to go with like a 4.
Yeah, I mean, probably a 3. Didn't do much in the. Actually, he dropped a couple of chances also in the field.
Yeah, that's true. So poor fielding. So 3.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, Shaw also dropped. He was either Manas or Payne. So yeah, so both of them dropped the catches.
we can't give Shaw -1. So
yeah, so 0 for Shaw and 3 for Agarwal.
3 for Mayank. Yeah, Pujara obviously had a very good first innings and then got a very good ball in the second innings. So I'd go with a 6.
Yeah, I was thinking more of a 5. I mean, he stuck around in the first innings.
Well, if we give Pujara 5, then Kohli should get a 6, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think I was going to give Kohli a 6 anyway.
Yeah, 6.
Maybe that one catch he took, maybe you can give him something for that. But
6.
Overall, yeah, I mean, he played
for his comments in the post-match press conference as well, we'll cut some points. So 6 is good enough for him.
Yeah, I mean, he was unlucky to get run out, but he played a really bad shot in the second innings. Rahane, again, 3. I mean, maybe good first innings.
In spite of scoring 42, we're giving him a 3.
Because he ran Kohli out in the first innings.
Yeah, he ran Kohli out. And then he got out almost a couple of balls after. So
yeah, and he played a really bad shot in the second innings. I mean, pretty much the whole team did, but Chase, driving one.
Yeah.
When you're like for 20 for 6 at the time, whatever it was, or 15 for 3, whatever, not good cricket. Then Vihari again.
3.
2. Yeah, he didn't do anything. 3. Didn't really get going in the first innings or the second innings.
Yeah.
3 is fine.
Saha.
I think except for that run out of Wade, which is inconsequential, he didn't really do much again.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
I mean, see, the thing with wicket keepers is very difficult to judge their contribution. If they do a really good job behind the wickets, they take all the catches, they do all the stumpings, the run outs. Then even then, you're like, if this guy didn't score runs, then, what has he done in the test match? But maybe, he
but again, also
one catch.
Yeah, but you also have to look at his mode of dismissals. I mean, he played again, when you're like 30 for 8 or 9, whatever, it was, when he got out, played a bad shot.
Yeah, true.
In the first innings, I think he was got out driving one outside off stump. So, what, 5, 4?
4 is fine.
4.
Ashwin, I think he deserves a 7.
Yeah, I think probably India's best bowler in the first innings.
Best bowler. Well, best bowler period in this test match.
Well, he also took a wicket in the second innings. Also, that was more LABUSCHAGNE just going for it and giving it away. But yeah, he got Steve Smith out in the first innings. Got a few big wickets. So 7 for him.
Given how much discussion there was about his place in the team, I think he answered those questions emphatically, more than emphatically, actually.
Agreed.
Yeah. Umesh Yadav.
I mean, he was unlucky. I think he got a few chances dropped off his bowling. So I guess, he was pretty decent. Couldn't really do much in the second innings of 5.
Yeah. I was going to say that, with all the bowlers, with all the Indian bowlers at least, you could probably go with a blanket score of 5.
Yeah, maybe Bumrah gets 6. He got a couple of wickets.
I mean, no doubting their skill. The skill level is right up there, equivalent to anything that Australia have. But it's just for this particular test match, the Australian bowlers had more of an impact than the Indian bowlers.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they got them for 190, which is a phenomenal performance. But it was mainly down to Ashwin and Bumrah bowled pretty decently also.
Yeah. Maybe we're being a little unfair because they didn't have a chance to do anything in the second innings. But based on how the test match went, it's
maybe actually I'll probably give them a 6. I mean, they getting Australia for 190 is not no mean feat. So especially 7 for Ashwin and then 6 for the rest.
Yeah, 7 for Ashwin and then 6 for the rest. Fair enough. It's weird how times have changed, right? Like if we were doing this video at any point in the last, maybe, let's say we started doing our silly point videos 2-3 years back, we'd never be able to rate Indian bowlers above Indian batsmen.
Yeah.
It's
No
crazy
chance.
how things
Never.
have changed. Crazy. Weird year 2020 is.
So Australia. Again, Wade and Burns. Probably both of them I'd go with a 5.
I agree. Both of them were, they played too many balls in the first innings.
Yeah.
And then obviously in the second innings with with no scoreboard pressure, with no pressure at all, they were able to score some runs. So 5 each is fair.
5 each is fine.
Basically, Joe Burns has locked down his position.
Yeah.
For the next test match.
Yeah. Labuschagne. I mean, he should have been out like 5 times in the first innings.
By his standards, this was a very poor test match for him.
Yeah, I give him. I mean, how can you give him 4 and then the rest 5? Given that he scored 47, so I'll give a 5 for him as well. He got dropped, but at the end of the day, he was Australia's second highest top run scorer.
Fine, 5.
So 5 for him.
Smith 3, 2, 1.
1 for his 1.
1 for his 1. Fair. So apparently, this is the first time since 2013 that Smith hasn't scored a 50 against India in the first innings of a test match.
Wow.
Can you believe that? That's how much Smith loves playing against India. And, some people are, most people are blaming it on him not having a net before the test match. He had a sore neck, so he didn't play before. So maybe he lost some of his, Smith is a very rhythmic batsman. He needs some time to prepare beforehand. He can't just come out and play. So maybe that had an impact, but 1 for him. Travis Head.
Again,
2, 3.
Yeah, didn't do much. 2.
2. Cameron Green.
I go with a 4. I mean, okay, he got out playing an aggressive shot when Australia were in trouble. Could do a good catch, but he in the first innings, he didn't take any wickets, I think, but he
was good.
He was decent. Yeah, he held up one. He did his job, right? He didn't do anything outstanding. He did his job.
He certainly looks better than Mitchell Marsh as an all-rounder.
Yeah.
Can bat in the top 6. So lots of potential there. Maybe a 5.
And just about held on to Kohli's catch in the second innings. So
maybe a 5. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 is fine. Tim Payne, probably 7,
good.
8.
Yeah, 8. Very, very good test match. You wouldn't have thought, 73 match-winning innings. I think if he would have been like he would have scored 30, 40 and got out, then India might have, it might have been a different ball game.
Yeah, exactly.
Gone on to score maybe 100, the lead of 100, and then Australia might have found it tough to chase 200 in the 4th innings. So
yeah, exactly. So
8 is a good score for him.
And was captaincy as well. I mean,
and captaincy was good. Yeah.
What did he do? Nothing with the bat. 4 wickets, obviously.
In the second innings.
7. 7.
And the first was 3, so he took 7 wickets. So no, 8, 9, 8 equivalent to Tim Payne.
Yeah, 8 is fine.
Stark.
Well, he got the wicket of Shaw in the first innings, and he got Rahane as well.
He got 4 wickets in the first innings. He didn't get to bowl much in the second one. So, I think 7.
7 is fine. Yeah, it's a pretty. I mean, I should took 4 wickets. We gave him 7. Stark also took 4, so 7 for him as well.
Fair enough. I guess Stark didn't have as much of an impact as Ashwin did.
Well, he took the first wicket of the match in the first over. That's not leaving an impact then.
Fair enough. Josh.
9, 8, 9.
8. I think 8. I think both Cummins and Hazlewood had a similar impact. So 8 is good. And then Nathan Lyon, who didn't have much of an impact.
5. Average 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5.
I mean, he got Pujara's wicket in the first innings.
He did. That was a good delivery. And I did, watching the highlights, he did bowl well. So maybe a 6.
Yeah, maybe a 6 is fine. He did his job, I guess. In the first innings, you don't expect spinners to run through the opposition. So that's fair for him. Lots of 6s there, but with 1 innings.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about it, even Australia had a poor test match. It was just the bowlers that turned it around. So,
exactly.
That's the reality of it too. First 3 innings were pretty even. You can call them pretty even, and then
first 2 innings were even.
Sorry, the first 2 innings, and then the third and the fourth, obviously, we all know what happened.
Exactly.
And
then next test
changes. Yeah, changes. Obviously, Virat Kohli is flying back to India. I think India will have to make 2 changes, both of them forced. Virat Kohli out, and it might just be a straight swap with KL Rahul.
Yeah.
To bat at number 4. Well, sorry, 3 changes. Sorry. So yeah, Kohli out, KL Rahul at 4. I guess they have to change Prithvi Shaw.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's got any confidence. I don't know where he's going to get a run from, even if he plays. So it doesn't make sense. So maybe Gill can come in.
Yeah, I think they need to go for that. I mean, I know they want to give, maybe they might give him a chance, but I mean, they should be ruthless.
Point, right?
Yeah, they need to be ruthless.
They have to be ruthless because they have to try and win the next test match.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess the third forced change could be Mohammad Shami, who's injured his arm. And it doesn't look likely that he would be ready in time for the next test match. So Navdeep Saini, I guess, comes in.
Yeah, one of Saini or Siraj, and I think Saini probably the more likely option.
The more likely option, yeah.
Yeah, and then for Australia, Warner, if he's fit.
Yeah, Warner, if he's fit, can come in. Or I don't know, Will Pucovski, if he's recovered from his concussion. They can drop Cameron Green, and Matthew Wade can then can bat at his normal position. I think those are the only 2 changes that they could consider.
Yeah.
Either way, I think Cameron Green is the one to go out. And maybe Warner or Pucovski can come back in.
Yeah.
Or then they go in unchanged.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if Warner's fit, then he will definitely play.
If Warner's fit, then 100% Warner will come back in. Pucovski,
and the rest.
Don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Burns, maybe his 50 might have just saved his place for another test match at least.
Yeah, well, not another, at least for the next 3 test matches. No problem. He's saved.
Yeah.
Australia also are following these selection policies that England have followed. Give players 5 test matches extra than 1 test match less. So I think he'll get to play another 3 test matches, all the 3 in this series.
Makes sense. Cool. Okay, so that's our episode. Let us know what you think. Have we been too harsh on the Indians? Have we been too nice on the Indian team? But let us know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.